Greetings and welcome to Magic the Gathering Online Affinity style with me, T-Kush35. This is League 24, Match 1. Let's fire in the hole. This hand has a decent amount of ramp and two fairly major payoffs, so I'm going to keep it, especially being on the play. We can't do anything insane turn 1, but turn 2 we can get down either the Overseer or the Ravager, which is pretty nice. If we had a 0-drop creature, we could do a wee bit more. But it looks like our turn 1 is just going to be probably Spire, Springleaf Drum, and Opal. Because we will be one artifact shy of Metalcraft. Turn 2, however, can be Scourge plus Overseer or Ravager, depending on what sort of hand the opponent, what sort of land or action they take. If it's any sort of hand hate, we might be a little worse for wear, but not a whole lot we can do about that. Alright, so as stated, I'm going to lay down those bad boys and pass to the opponent. Red, white, Arid Mesa, Sacred Foundry, probably Burn. Yep. So that's Signal Pest. Okay, so I'm really wanting to get the Scourge down. Then the question is either Ravager or Overseer. Ravager could protect the Overseer. Or protect the Scourge. But the Overseer can get in for a bit more. Let's go with it. And then we can also get the Signal Pest down. To you, opponent. This way we have two tangible threats that they might want to kill. Overseer has a pretty big target on his face. So does Vault Scourge with the lifelink. What I would really like to see next would be Plating or Etched Champion would also be pretty good. Yeah, there goes the Overseer. Slight bright side is the Vault Scourge is sticking around for some life gain. Master of Ethereum is not bad. Not bad at all. I think I'm going to play that over the Ravager, actually. Because that is a large threat and makes my current threats a bit better. 3 lifelink is pretty good. Negates one of their spells. Being able to play Ravager next turn is sort of a nombo with Master of Ethereum, but it might serve some sort of protection for Scourge. I'm just going to let this through because a bolt on Master is relevant. And I would much rather take that damage than lose my Master of Ethereum. So now they have something going on my upkeep, huh? Interesting. Or they just have a generic stop. Seems reasonable. Let's see. Yeah, let's get the Ornithopter in there. I don't think there's any reason to hold it up. They don't know about Ravager, but that is an extra point of damage if we play it right now. It might also prompt them to, yep. That is expected. Looks like they're debating whether to kill another artifact right now. I'm fairly certain that this is all correct before combat, because I don't think they would have let the Vault Scourge get in for another hit, even after combat. And the Ravager getting on the field. Oh, cheapers. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, to be expected. At least we'll get in for 5. And then I have Ravager as a potential blocker for Goblin Guide. Could probably eat the Springleaf Drum at no foreseeable cost. It does shrink Master of Ethereum, but then if they try to kill Ravager in any sort of way, I just put the counters on Master. But that is something to be aware of, is that sacrificing to Ravager then makes Master weaker. I think I might actually be okay with letting Goblin Guide through. I suppose I could just block with Ornithopter. That's probably the better choice of anything. I assume at this point the opponent is debating how to use their burn spells. Eidolon of the Great Revel. That's gonna hurt you a little bit more than it hurts me, friend. You have some chump blockers now, I guess. Yeah, but that is relevant. Can I kill them now? If I don't sacrifice Master, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no. Can I afford to take 2 damage from the Ornithopter? Probably. That is an extra point of damage somewhere. Or do I just swing in with Master and play the slower game? Not take any damage. Since I can't kill them by going all in on the Ornithopter, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only 5 counters at best. Any of these that I play? Yeah, we're just going to get in with Master because they can't kill it in combat. And I think I leave Ravager back as well. Sure. Then I can cast the Ornithopter and leave it to them. So they got a chump block out of that, which is fine by me. I can now profitably block Goblin Guide with the 2 Ornithopters. Lava Spike me, yep. Another Eidolon, goodness. Well, Chump City. Cranial's good. Cranial wins it, actually. Even at the life cost. Yep, sweet. Okay, so burn. We want some whip flares. I want maybe the stubborn denial. That probably wouldn't be a bad idea. I might want an ancient grudge, maybe. Not quite sure. For sure a stubborn. Is Master any good? I don't know. I think we drop the Memnites. Think. We definitely keep in the Vault Scourges, because if that gets away, then it's great. Blasts, maybe Maybe down a Karn. Or 2. Go up another Stubborn. Put in 1 Ancient Grudge in case they have Ensnaring Bridge. And then I guess put in back a Memnite to try to have some mana fixing with Springleaf Drum. How do I like this? We went down Memnites and Karns and a Blast. Seems okay. Let's give it a shot. Alright, whole lot of lands. Whole lot of not threats. But some answers. I don't think this quite gets there because we're relying on Inkmoth Nexus. I'm gonna mulligan being on the draw. I like this one better. Keep it. Springleaf Drum for some ramp? Sure. So Goblin Guide is going to be painful for a little bit. Especially with Springleaf Drum maybe being on top. Maybe I didn't want Springleaf Drum. Let's see. So let's get in Blinkmoth, Drum, and Opal. Yeah, this being on wouldn't have done anything anyway. I don't have a 1-drop creature. But I can drop both of these next turn. Chthonic Blast is pretty good. Maybe I don't drop both next turn. Or do I just get the 2 threats out there? They're definitely holding up. I'll get the Ravager. And leave up Blast? Or do I just kill their guide now? I'll leave it up. They know about it. Worst case scenario, I'll do it on their turn. Probably wait for Goblin Guide to attack so I get that extra trigger. If they kill Ravager here, I'll just put it on Blinkmoth Nexus, which maybe would have been an advocate for having Inkmoth Nexus out first. I guess I was a little focused on a damage kill instead of an infect kill, which might have been wrong. Opponent's really in the tank. Untapped. They're doing something. Yeah. So we'll pop that onto Blinkmoth. Fizzle their spell. I am going to. I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources of mana, but not a whole lot to do with it. I could make Blinkmoth a little bit bigger, but it's not going to put it out of bolt range, so I'm not going to worry about it. I was hoping that would fizzle it. Another Goblin Guide. Goodness. Well, that's going to start hurting real fast. Whip Flare. Oh, well, shucks. Now I sort of wish that I had... not used Galvanic Blast. But I think this is still worth it since we're getting hit by these guides pretty hard. And there's nothing that I can do at instant speed anymore that's worth anything, so if Overseer's gonna die, he's gonna die, so I have passed the turn. Yep. Jeepers. Well, they're either holding their burn spells or they don't have any right now. I'm going to assume it's the former. I don't see much reason. They're already doing damage to themselves, so I'm just going to get in with Blink Moth. And then I'm going to cast Volt Scourge for no pain. So the alternative here, the alternative situation that we would have been in is Blink Moth. It would have been Ink Moth with the extra. Yeah, they were just holding their burn spells. Yep. Not a whole lot I could do about that. Stubborn Denials any of those times would have been great to see. Let's see, with us on the play, do I change anything? I think I maybe put in another Memnite to get a little more explosion. Get myself a little lower to the ground. Sounds okay. Yeah, we'll try it like that. Yes, I would like to play first, please. No mana ramp, 4 sources of mana, 2 viable threats. I don't know. I don't like this hand very much. But mulliganing's not going to get much better. I'm going to keep it on the basis that I have Overseer and Volt Scourge, hoping that those can get me somewhere. I guess there's not much point in playing Ornithopter right now. I'm going to anyway. Because then it can maybe serve as a mana source next turn, but it doesn't really matter. It matters not. Sacred Foundry, probably kill Volt Scourge. No, Rift Bolt, okay. Another Volt Scourge. I like that. I'm gonna get this Overseer out. Even knowing that there's a Rift Bolt, yes, yes. Knowing that there's a Rift Bolt, I am still putting Steel Overseer out there. Yeah. Because then that does afford me... Oof. That's a problem. Well, making a point with Ornithopter. Yeah, unfortunately all my stuff is now too small to be able to deal with Lavamancer. Overseer surviving would have been nice. I probably should have played around the Rift Bolt that I knew about. Let the Volt Scourge die, because Overseer could do more for me long term. I was thinking too short term. Get in for that free point. Nah, they want to kill my stuff. Another ink moth nexus. Not exactly what the doctor ordered. At least they're paying in life. If I can get a Volt Scourge to stick long enough. Which it's not going to. With Grim Lavamancer being around. I really, really need one of my top-end threats here. Ravager helps. That's going to force some action right now. They will likely kill Volt Scourge. And have another kill spell up. For anything that I go in on in any sort of fashion. They can kill Ornithopter right now, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how good that is for them. But my hope now rests on... Ooh. I don't have quite enough mana to do that and then have a target for Ravager. So I guess I'll just get in for one this turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I could go all in on an Ink Moth Nexus, but it has to be in response. Yeah. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. So they are expending that on Ravager. And if I go 2 all in on an Ink Moth Nexus, and they have another destroy target artifact or enchantment, then that makes me look foolish. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I can afford to get at least a couple counters more on Ravager. I can put an Ink Moth out of bolt range, I think is valuable. I don't really need the opal. But if I want to activate both of these, I do. Okay. That is good enough. It could be debated that the Ornithopter is better, but the Ink Moth has a little more evasion. I left Ornithopter. Why did I leave Ornithopter? Well, because I need more artifacts in order to activate Mox Opal. But alternatively, I could have left Grim Lava or Darksteel Citadel. Yeah. Bright side, I think the situation I've left myself in is decent. They do have to burn 2 spells in order to kill this Nexus. Another Ravager seems decent. Probably cast that before. But then if I attack with the Ink Moth, then I am back to the exact same position I was, where I am all in on that. I'm going to go with it. Killing Ornithopter? Means I cannot attack with the Inkmoth Nexus this turn. So I guess the Darksteel Citadel was more important than the Opal in this scenario. Interesting. Alright, well, that was a general misplay on my part, choosing the wrong target. Because now I am actually incapable of doing this. Which gives them another chance to survive and have answers. Which sucks. Now they're gonna go after me. Yep. I wish when you zoomed in on those it would give you the Oracle text. That would be nice. Targeting Ravager. Yep. I'm going to activate this Inkmoth Nexus with this one. And gonna sacrifice the Opal. That's not doing me any good right now. I might be getting sacrifice heavy. Is it worth sacrificing this Inkmoth Nexus to put more counters on the Ravager to have it survive? I don't think so. So they will potentially kill this Inkmoth in response. Yeah, I might have been a bit heavy-handed with my Ravager uses this game. They have definitely been able to take advantage of it. Yes, they are going to kill it now. They are not going to kill it now. They are not sure if they are going to kill it now or not. Lots of thinking. Alright, they are letting it resolve. They have probably realized that it is still within bolt range. Or they want to save it to kill this one? Don't know. No, now they kill it. Okay. I guess they wanted to leave up those. I have no choice but to go in with this bad boy. If he dies, we die. He dies. Okay. I'm in some desperate need of some very particular draws. Not quite sure what they are. But Springleaf Drum and Darksteel Citadel are not it. Not dead yet, but I sure have done a lot to assure my destruction. What gets me out of this? You know, I'm not quite sure. It's not you, but I gotta play you. Bye-bye. No, hitting me. That makes sense. I'm within range of death. If they have another one of those, I'm just dead. Oop, Inspiring Vantage tapped. Oh, Searing Blaze. And then they swing for one. Cool. Yep. Alright, well, that's a bummer. Probably brought that on myself by getting a little Ravager excited. Probably something to keep in mind next time. Don't go so heavy-handed on the Ravagers when playing against Bird. Alright, see you in the next one.